everybody, it's Haley here with Liberty Bird Soaps. Today we are making a large batch of soap. I'm using my large container. This one is going to be scented pumpkin caramel latte. This is by Aztec. So what I have here is my oils. It is olive oil, coconut oil, sunflower oil, Crisco, and avocado oil. Step one is going to be to add my lye water. Now this I actually did a couple days ago, so it does have some lye in it. This is the first time I've ever had that. So I think I'm going to sift it out, because I think some of them are rather large, and I don't want that in my soap. There we go. I kind of was able to get it all broken up there. And now I'm going to mix this up with my stick blender. Alright, so I don't want to mix this one up too much because I am going to be doing colors in almost all of this soap today. So I'm going to split them off first, and then once I am mixing them, I'll tell you what they are. These are my 4 accent colors. One is going to be uncolored and the other 3 will be colored, and then the big batch is going to be colored. So the micas I'm using are Sugar and Spice mica. It's this lovely like pinky bronzy color. Then there's Orange Vibrance. This makes a beautiful bright orange. Then we have Cantaloupe. Now this is definitely a pinky orange here. And then we have Mango Tango. All of these micas are by Nurture Soap. So there is a Mango Tango. Now taking a look at them, this one here is going to be uncolored. Now Mango Tango mica. This reminds me the most of Pumpkin Halloween. So this is definitely going in the middle. I think I'm going to mute it a little bit with one of these other ones. Orange Vibrance I know is going to be by itself. Cantaloupe is the pinky one. I think this one I'm going to be the Cantaloupe. Sugar and Spice is going to be mixed because that one alone makes a bit of a pink. Cantaloupe is going to be there. Alright, and then one of these is going to, the Mango Tango is also going to be by itself. So, Mango Tango is going in there. Now, a little bit of Mango Tango is going in there. Now, along with the Mango Tango in here, I'm going to add some Sugar and Spice. I think I'm going to go like this time. I'm not going to add Sugar and Spice to anything else at this point. This is the Orange Vibrance. And my hope is I will be able to get my stick blender in all of these. If you guys have noticed, I got new clear cups that I am using with this soap. So we should be able to hopefully see what color we're getting. Now, this is what I've heard when you're doing micas. You put it all kind of in one spot. You put your stick blender over the top of the bulk of it. And that helps it to not spew all over the place, because mica is very light because it's so that right now is a very beautiful orange, but I'm just going to move it over so I can see what these other ones look like as I mix them up. I'm going to start with this one, which was the Cantaloupe. Colorants. And now, before I forget, I am going to add my fragrance oil. So let me move my micas. So this is a 1 ounce container, so I'm actually going to use the whole thing for this batch of soap. This is 25 ounces roughly. And I'm going to stir these in by hand. Ooh, I can definitely smell the like latte bit of it. I mean, there's definitely some pumpkin hues to that latte, but that's what I'm smelling right now. Now these are some beautiful colors. So this is like a muted orange, almost a light pink, maybe like a salmon. Then this is, I'm not sure which is this. I think this might be the Mango Tango. These are both very orange, either way. And then this is a very, very orange one. This one kind of reminds me of Cheetos. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to let these set up for a little bit, move them aside, bring over my mold, and we will get, I'll tell you about the soap, and then we'll get to pouring. So I have let this soap set up for about 10 minutes, and if you look at this one, it definitely has thickened up a little bit, because what I want to do is create a swirl in the soap. So this here is the mold I'm going to be using. It's a silicone bread mold, I think, but it has these little ridges in it that are going to show up on the top of my soap, because once the soap is completed, what you see is going to be the bottom, and then what you can't see will end up being the top. So I'm going to start pouring the one that I have the most of, which is in this container, which was the 2 micas mixed together. I'm going to put a good amount in. The swirl that I'm going to be doing with this soap is going to be with my hanger tool. So I have that set off to the side. Now these just happen to be in order of lightest to darkest, but that is completely by accident and because I was taking a picture a moment ago. So I'm going to pour this pretty high to get this to break the surface and go pretty deep into this soap. I'm just going to go, I don't know, kind of all over the place with this. This one, I think I'm going to go back and forth like this. Break it up, oops. Various heights so it gets to different parts of the soap. And I think I am going to end up having a way more soap than I need based on what it's looking like, and I do think that I made more soap, so I'll have to grab some to play with. Some other molds. I'm going to pour in a little bit of this one to break up that color that I had just done, and now I'm going to grab my hanger tool off of eBay, but I think that you can get this at Amazon or you can get it at Brambleberry, I believe. I'll put a link below. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go down to the middle and then do a couple this way and then come up and then go down to the middle and then do a couple swirls this way. So down the middle, couple swirls on this side, and then I'm going to go back down in the middle and then do a couple swirls on this side. Oh, the next bit here, because I don't have a lot of space left in here, is I'm going to try and put a little bit of this closer to the surface on all of these, or at least this pass, I guess. Probably save a little bit of this and do a drop swirl for the little mini soaps that I'll make with the rest of this. I'm going to get this up to the line with this last color, I guess it is. And then I'm going to do some swirling on the top here. Alright, so now these colors are pretty close to the surface, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a swirl here with my, I think this is for making shish kebabs, got it at the grocery store. So there is the soap for the day. I am going to just move this to the side and bring in another mold and do a little bit of a drop swirl with the rest of this soap. soap close up, as you can see, you get all those colors that we swirled on top. You can see the dark orange, the red orange, the clear soap color, the two shades of orange, the pinky orange, so they're all in there. And then over here we have 3 little bars that we got out of it. These either end up being samples, or I use them as embeds or various things in other soaps. So we will see you tomorrow to cut it. Hey everybody, welcome back. Sorry about the probably bad video from yesterday. My camera died and I ended up, since I was mid-soap, ended up recording the whole thing on my phone, and now I am back to my camera. So there's just going to be a little flip-flopping there. So this is the Caramel Pumpkin Latte soap. Trying some new lighting here. I don't know if I like it. So this is, I have actually unmolded it. So this is the top, if you remember, and I told you this is the top of the soap as it is in here, but the actual top of the soap is going to be this side, which is going to have all these little ridges on it. So we're just going to pop that off. So I did cut off one end based on how much soap I have. Alright everybody, welcome back. I shut off the stinking light and emptied out my camera because it was full. So I'm not sure, I think you guys can see that. I'm not going to use the knife. Can see the swirl on it. There we go. You can see the uncolored soap. I'm not sure which of the oranges that is. But then the outside of this soap is definitely a little bit muted compared to the inside. Sorry about my terrible nail polish. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop off the other end here. See what this end looks like. Now this soap, unlike the one that last week's soap, this one allowed me to cut it within a day. But the last one, I was sitting on it for a couple weeks before I was able to cut it. Alright, so those were the 2 end pieces, little samples. So these should be in 3s. Let's see, 1, 3, 4. Perfect. So this will allow me to cut 4, that'd be 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll cut. So it'll give me even bars. I'm going to see if I can get you guys in a better spot. How is that, everybody? Alright. So this, my goal is to have this make a pumpkin in the end. So let's see how they do. So I would say this bar is going to look beautiful if you use it this way, or if you have it this way. Kind of looks like an orange if you have it that way. But the swirl inside is very muted. I mean, that's what you're going to get when you use 4 different colors of orange. But I think it's kind of like that. I like sometimes the really distinct swirls, and then I also like a very beautiful swirl that is a little bit less crazy, I guess I should say. So this one you get a little bit more of the white. You can see, I'm really only seeing, here is probably the cantaloupe. So each one's a little different. Ooh, this one you actually can see a lot of different colors. So this one, uncolored. Here's one of the oranges. The little bit of a red orange was the one that I mixed together, and then you can see, I think this is the cantaloupe, was a little bit more of the pinky one. Alright, last cut, and then I'll show you my grand plan here. Ooh, this one actually I really like. So they definitely look a little bit like orange slices, but that's alright. So I'm going to set them up and I'll bring you back. Alright. Just going to kind of give you guys a really close-up of all the different ones we got here.